Picture this. You spend 20 hours fighting through the hardest Nuzlocke of all time, only for it to come to a screeching halt on a bike path. Everyone remembers a cycling road rival from Pokémon Emerald, but in Pokémon Run Bun, that childhood memory becomes an absolute nightmare. This is how I beat her Deathless with hardcore Nuzlocke rules. In order to understand why this battle is so hard, let's first break down May's team. May leads with Indeedee, a screen setter who also sets up permanent psychic terrain. On its own, it's not threatening, but it sets the stage for the rest of May's team. Hawlucha is up next, holding a psychic seed that boosts its special defense once it's brought in. Its consumption also activates Hawlucha's ability Unburden, doubling its speed. I have to route the fight in a way so that I can fight this bird last, or else I risk losing too much HP to reliably handle the rest of her team. Swampert is also a huge problem, since it's baiting you to kill it with a grass type. The catch is that it's holding a Rindo Berry, which halves the damage of grass moves, meaning that I can't one-shot it. Meanwhile, it has Avalanche, a move that goes last but doubles in power if the user is attacked, meaning that any grass type that tries to kill it will actually die instead. May's Houndoom and Serena are both powerful in their own right, but the final monster on her team is Gardevoir. Gardevoir is strong and has solid bulk, but the main issue is that it's holding a Focus Sash and runs Destiny Bond. See, when you show the AI that you can kill it, it is highly incentivized to click Destiny Bond. This sets up a trap that basically forces a sacrifice on your end. If you outspeed and show a kill to Gardevoir, you bring it down to 1 HP while it sets up Destiny Bond, forcing you to switch out next turn or die with it. If you're slower than Gardevoir, it will outdamage you as you trade blows, then set up Destiny Bond the turn after to take you down. Not only is it impossible to form a team that can match the power of May's team, but my box in particular is just not strong enough to push through this battle deathless. I look into my box, and I make peace with sending a friend to their grave. I pull up to the cycling road, and I start this brutal battle. May leads with Indeedee, and I one-shot it with Bolton. He then baits Swampert, who sees a kill on our gorgeous Greyhound with Earthquake. I safely switch out to Staraptor, who drops an Intimidate debuff on Swampert. I then switch to Amoonguss, who can tank even a critical hit Liquidation. See, the original plan was to poison Swampert and then switch to Bolton to tank the incoming Avalanche before switching back to Staraptor and then again to Amoonguss, who will tank another Liquidation. This gives me 4 turns of Poison Chip, putting Swampert in range to die from Giga Drain. However, Amoonguss's Effect Spore activates and puts Swampert to sleep, letting me play incredibly aggressively. I use Giga Drain to heal up and kill Swampert. May then sends out Serena, who sees a fast kill with triple Axel. Oh hey, that's me! If you've enjoyed the video so far, please drop a like and subscribe. I plan on making more Nuzlocke content and I would love your support. Anyways, I switch in Infernape to 1v1 Serena and he has just enough health to bring in Gardevoir, who sees a slow kill with either Moonblast or Psyshock. Here is the problem. I'm essentially flipping a coin on this turn as I plan on bringing in Togedemaru to use Super Fang to chip Gardevoir down before switching to Hatterene to sap, so that I can safely bring in Staraptor to clean up the fight. Togi can tank the Moonblast easily, and it should always bait Destiny Bond from Gardevoir as it shows that I can kill it with Smart Strike. However, Psyshock does a lot of damage and it puts me at risk to dying to a double crit. I switch Togi in and I get unlucky. I stay outside of the max range for a Psyshock kill, and I assume that it's safe to use Super Fang, but it turns out that I misread the documentation. See, most of the time Destiny Bond will be prioritized, but if the AI is faster than you, then there is a 19% chance that Destiny Bond will be weighted as evenly as the highest damaging move, meaning that there's a roughly 10% chance that Gardevoir will attack me again. Not knowing any better, I use Super Fang, and I risk it all. If that second Psyshock crit, I would have lost one of the best encounters in the entire game. I breathe a sigh of relief, and then I switch into Hatterene. I click Dazzling Gleam, knowing that it won't go off, and Gardevoir goes for the kill. However, the witch fucking lives. Hat was clearly not meant to die here, so I switch out to Bolton to kill May's strongest soldier. Infernape then steps in for his second 1v1 of the match, before letting Staraptor clean up against Hawlucha. After careful routing, I walk out of this fight deathless. You're probably thinking that this fight could have gone a lot worse, and I agree. Crits are always a low chance, but they are never zero, and Hatterini lived solely because of a low roll. However, this was an early game fight. There's just not enough encounters available to properly counter May. When you are Nuzlocking Run Bun, the chances of you getting the perfect encounters to deal with a Cycling Road rival are just way too low, so you have to take calculated risks to push through. I genuinely am grateful for Toki for surviving this fight, and it ended up coming to several more and has been an MVP of this run. If you want to see moments like this unfold live, check me out on Twitch. I'm streaming Run Bun there, and I've actually made it to the Elite Four. Drop a follow so you don't miss out the conclusion of this brutal run. As for Hatterini, it also became an MVP. It showed up for several more battles and it became a celebrated member of the team. Okay, no, I'm playing. She sat in the box the whole game and she got sacked on Victory Road.